Hello, guys. It's Honeybee's weight loss journey here, back again with a video a year later. Um, Sorry for such the long gap. It's been definitely a journey. Believe we left off at me attempting to have weight loss sleeve surgery, and that was a little over a year ago. And it didn't go through because the water main broke at the hospital day of hour of surgery. And I kind of just took it as a sign to say to myself, is this something you really want to do? So they tried to reschedule me back for 3 months later, but by then all of my authorizations and requirements would have been up, which would have been needed for weight loss surgery. So I kind of this was that was a very planned out thing. I had to get a lot of arrangements in order, and so it became a big hassle. I kind of just gave up on the whole thing. But I'm back here a year later, still on this weight loss journey. Numbers haven't really moved. When I left off, I want to say I was at 293. I've always stayed within the range of 305 and 290, going back and forth, and I'm still at that range. So I haven't been really working towards weight loss. I definitely fell off the wagon, and that's just me being authentic. So I'd like you guys to join me in another weight loss journey, as I will be starting Mounjaro. And I was given these injections because I did develop type 2 diabetes along with some other health issues. And so now I am able to get this through insurance, and we're going to see how it works. So join me on this weight loss journey as I start my Mounjaro. Thank you. Thanks for watching. So week one, as I said, I was starting this Mounjaro, and week one on this Mounjaro is what I really want to talk about. I will try to post weekly updates, just kind of giving my experience and sharing all with this journey with all of you guys. So I was able to get this prescribed to me at the beginning of December. My doctor did start me on 5 milligrams instead of the 2.5, which I think is the regular starting dose for the Mounjaro. I picked the Mounjaro because I hear the tirzepatide injections work. GLP-1s are kind of a lot better with as far as like weight loss results than the semaglutide. So that's the reason why I went with the Mounjaro. I hear a lot of more success stories with it, and thought I'd give it a try. As I was saying, I did get a diabetes diagnosis, and that was my clearance for my insurance to kick in and say, hey, let's start paying for, some diabetes control medications and weight loss medications for her. So excited to start it. My first week was amazing, actually, I must say. So the first week I started, I gave myself the injection, and I want to say it started working within that day. The hunger noise that everyone talks about definitely started to disappear out throughout the day. It's kind of like I wasn't really, the cravings weren't there. The thoughts of, oh, what am I going to eat today? Or what am I going to eat for breakfast? And, I'm a big foodie. I like to, I love to eat. I am an emotional eater. I eat out of boredom, eat out of stress. And I just enjoy food. I celebrate with food. I do everything with food. I actually started a food reviewer channel because I like reviewing different foods at different restaurants and stuff like that. So I just thought maybe it was a calling for me. But no, not so much. That's not the way I really want to go. And I want to lose weight and become healthy. So the food noise, let's talk a little bit about that. So with me, like I said, I love to eat. When I eat breakfast, I normally have a really big breakfast. And then after that, I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch. And I tend to go out to eat a lot, and I tend to use DoorDash. I'm sorry. So I tend to use DoorDash a lot. So what happens is, I think since DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff came out is when I started to gain the most of my weight, because food became so readily available to me. And as far as like any restaurant I wanted to eat at, pretty much any time of the day, I had access to it. And I can get it delivered to me whether I was at work or I was at home. And it just became way too convenient. And it really did add to my my increase in weight, because I start to develop a sense of no control. So when I started with the Mounjaro, it really shut that noise up where I wasn't even thinking about what I want to eat. I had a very filling feeling through the day. I had a like low carb breakfast, and I felt fulfilled with that. I wasn't thinking about what I was going to have for lunch. I still had the same feeling as if I just ate the breakfast. So when they say the food does digest a lot slower, it's absolutely true. The food does move through your system a lot slower, so you're not hungry. You're not thinking about your next meal. It started to not even be a thought in my mind as the week had went on. That's amazing, because I've never experienced that. I'm always thinking about food. I'm a foodie. I love food. It is what it is. So I really enjoy the fact that I was able to get other things done around my house. I started incorporating more water, because they say when you push a lot of fluids and waters and electrolytes, it helps with dehydration. It helps with the digestion process. So the food's just not slowly digesting in your system. It helps with a lot of that stuff, that full feeling. And it helps you throughout the day. Get your water intake in. I was using my MyFitnessPal to track my water and track my food, and track my carbs and my sugar. And I noticed that if I was to eat something that was maybe greasy or something I know I shouldn't have been eating, I would get that nauseating feeling. So it definitely kept me in line. And this week, the first week, has been very, very good. I must say, I want to say by day 5, I did notice the food noise creeping back up. And meaning I woke up with an appetite, and I was thinking about food, and I was like, ooh, I want some breakfast. And I behaved, I didn't fall into the cravings. But by day 6 and 7, I wouldn't say I made a big mistake, but I did go out to breakfast with my family, and I did have a nice, decent breakfast, and I noticed I was able to eat a little bit more throughout the day, and I was having a little more cravings. So that's been my experience. I was watching one video, and the girl was saying, think about the day you pick to be your injection day, because sometimes it wears off by, the end of that week. And if it's the weekend, then maybe you can kind of have some cheat meals. I don't want to get into that mind frame or that mindset. I want to still eat healthy, because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for myself, and I want to get the best results from my Mounjaro. So my goal isn't to think about, oh, I can have cheat days. I will say it does wear down a little bit more at towards the end of the week, and that's fine. The lesson that I'm trying to learn, because I want this to be long term, is that let prepare my mind on, even when it does wear down, still making healthy food choice options, not sitting there ordering back to DoorDash, getting pizza, eating cake and all of that stuff. I definitely don't want to do that. The goal is to still stay low carb and low sugar. And when I feel like that, I just go grab a protein shake or drink some water. So that's been my experience from week 1. Today was injection day, and Mondays are my injection days, and I did take my injection. And I will see what week 2 brings me. I'm gonna post a couple of different meals I had throughout the week, and what's been kind of working for me, and I'll post some pictures as well as my weight. I want to say I weighed in on Thursday at 299, which was good, because when I went to the doctor for my last weigh-in, when I got the Mounjaro at the beginning of the month, I was 304. So I guess since starting the Mounjaro for the week, I would say I probably lost about 5 pounds, which is pretty good. Everyone's numbers are different. This week, I'm going to aim to drink more water. I want to get in at least, I know they say you're supposed to drink half your body weight in ounces, but that's very hard to do. And so I want to try to at least aim for 80 ounces of water per day, which is a lot. But I try to at least put down 6 bottles of water throughout the day. So, yeah, that's about it. And that's my update for week 1. And I will be back with a week 2 or 3 video for you guys, and also weight loss and scale results. All right. Thank you for following me on this journey with Mounjaro. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And put down in the comments if you're actually starting a GLP-1 or been interested in starting one as well. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great week.